You feel me? Fuck the Slauson and all Asian businesses. That's good y'all going under. We don't give a fuck about y'all family starving. Y'all don't give a fuck about us. Y'all been killing my people since the 80s and the 90s, and it's still going on in 2026.
Hey yo, Asian community, what's up y'all? It's your boy Old Boogie. I just now came from a Black Power meeting. We had a discussion, we came to an agreement. We'll start frequenting y'all establishments again. But we need some incentives. First, Rick Chow. We don't know where he went. And plus, we don't know what kind of Asian he is. And we can't get a handle on that situation. So go take care of that shit for us. Second, we want to play in every karate movie from here on out. And we want to be the fucking heroes. And we want to kick y'all ass in every movie. And we want to hit y'all for real. But y'all can't hit us back. Next, for every black person in the world, we want free weave, free wigs, and free vegetable egg rolls every Friday for the rest of our life. And lastly, we all want to meet that dude that played the movie with Eddie Murphy, the Golden Child, when he said, I want the knife, please. Because I want to play the next Golden Child, and I want him to mentor me. And this shit better be good. All right, goddammit, Asian people, y'all begged enough. We of the black delegation are coming back to your establishments. But we need some incentives. We of the black community would like to take a shit in all of your restaurants after we're done eating. And we don't want to use any tissue. And we don't have to use the toilet if we want. We can shit where we please. Also, we want every Asian person in America, at least, to be able to do this for 60 seconds. I don't care how straining it is to open your eyes all the way. You gotta be able to do this for 60 seconds. And the next time we sneak in your stores and steal something, we don't want to hear, hurry up and buy! Because we already got it in our pocket.
In quotes, every black person should get free weave, free wigs, and free vegetable egg rolls every Friday for the rest of our lives. Now, if that doesn't tell you it's a joke, I don't know what does. Look at the kinds of jokes. Look at the mockery. Look at how this whole conversation has turned to, comedy, has turned to, satire. I mean, some black creators are making, the exaggerated demands and fake incentives, using humor to express how strongly they feel about redirecting their spending towards black-owned businesses in an effort to build a black financial empire within black community. So whether you agree with that or you don't agree with that, but I think these reactions show just how passionate some people, some supporters are becoming, and why this movement continues to generate so much discussion online. But today, we are breaking down the funniest moments, the boldest statements, and what people are really saying behind, the satire, behind, the movement of building, black financial empire, black dollar within black community. So stay with me, brothers and sisters, until the end, because we have a lot to unpack. If this is your first time, please subscribe so we can have more of this discussion. Otherwise, let's dive into this. I'll see you somewhere at the end for more commentaries.
What's up, y'all? I see a lot of people still calling this thing a boycott. It's not a boycott. You see a lot of people saying transfer of money, investing back in the black community, rebuilding Black Wall Street. Call it whatever you want, but there's no coming back from this. Asians pretty much lost us forever, I think, on this one. I mean, you've been lost, a lot of us. I mean, after you turned your back on us the first time, knowing our history, and you go do some shit like you did to go suck white people dick instead of, you chose the wrong side. You chose the wrong team. You know that. This fight was fixed a long time ago. You know it. You know just like we know. You chose the wrong side. I mean, because we didn't drop nukes on y'all. We didn't burn your children up, you know what I mean, and have y'all making Hello Kitty and shit like that. You lost your goddamn minds. We didn't do that. We didn't make y'all turn into cannibals and all this wild shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you pretty much lost us forever, man. So, once again, though, guys, stop calling us a boycott, man. This is a blackout. And to keep it real, if you really a black person, real black people already know this. If you know, this is one of them if you know moments. We boycotting everything. We blacking out everything. Target, Walmart. It's not just the Asian boycott. For my niggas, for the real ones, for God's people, we going black on everything from toilet paper to toothpicks. To vegetables, to everything. We blacking out. We taking away money from whites, East Indians. If you know a black-owned gas station, goddammit, let me know. I want to help that black-owned gas station get some goddamn black-owned oil somewhere. And I know some oil black-owned company somewhere in this motherfucker. So this is a complete blackout, all right? But yeah, once you show your ass to somebody, I mean, look what we did. Real black people know the history, even the kids coming out nowadays. One little white kid came out on Instagram. He woke up and went to war with white people. I guess his father must have told him some crazy shit one day. It's like, "Hey, son, you guys, this generation is weak." A little white boy woke up and said, "You guys say our generation is weak, but you were just crying about sharing waterfalls with black people 50 years ago." Like the world, this is the information age, and knowing what we know, it's kind of insulting to think that we would frequent your establishments again or go to you for anything, because we put money in your pocket. We put a home in a place where we didn't even have a home at for you. And you have your own land. If shit don't work out here for you, you can take your punk ass back down there and run. Where the fuck we gonna go? And we fighting in the enemy's territory for your ass. And you turned your back on us just to suck some red penis? Y'all lost this, man.
I knew this was coming. My Asian friend called me and she said, "Are you guys really boycotting Asian businesses?" And I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was coming. And I said, "Well, honestly, it's really not a boycott. It's a black dollar shift." And she said, what do you mean? What is that? I said, we're going to shift them in another direction towards black businesses. It's not about hurting Asians. When you think about it, we should have been supporting each other. One other thing that she said, it's not really fair though. Like, why are y'all making the Asian businesses suffer? And I said, but do we owe y'all our money? Do we owe y'all our dollars?
Facts. That's true.
Why can't we spend our money where we want to spend it? And if we choose to support black businesses, why are you offended? Then this was what really got me. I said, have you ever been in a black business? Have you ever been to a black restaurant? She actually said, I don't know, but maybe.
Probably
I said,
not.
well, see, that's the issue. Because I don't have to say, oh, I don't know, maybe. I've been in Chinese restaurants.
Facts.
And I've been in many nail shops. I've been in many beauty supply stores. I have. I said, so how y'all mad that we are taking our dollars and supporting us? Y'all support y'all. You tell me yourself that y'all have Korean grocery stores and so forth. Y'all support y'all.
Gas stations, everything.
Well, don't be mad that we want to support us. You know, there's no love lost. We still cool. We still tight. But I knew one of my Asian friends were going to call me and ask me about this.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's all about business. Just like I just spoke on. It's about business, man. It ain't about hurting nobody. Ain't nobody trying to destroy you. But if I can gain a foothold financially, why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't we want that? You know what I mean? So, yes, it is reallocating black dollars right now. And everybody want that $2 trillion buying power, spending power we have, but nobody want to deal with us on a personal level, especially other nationalities.
A reason a lot of people hate black people is because of guilt. Mainly the Asians and Arabics and whites and Africans and East Indians, they hate you because of guilt, because they know they had a hand in slavery. And then they look at you and then they look at their lives and they wonder, how the fuck are they still alive? How are they still here? Why are they not destroyed mentally, physically? You know, we've done everything under the sun, even killed these people. and the worst atrocities, and they still survive. They become rich. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, creators. Everything on this earth that was created by them. You got to think about these things. And these people look at you with spite. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to know that this guilt I'm living with came from them. You know what I mean? And everything they built. When you sit down and eat ice cream, when you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, when you go to your freezer, when you hit that light and that light goes on, you got to think about the contributions of us. When you walk into your house, that architecture, that how it was built, we've done that. And to know these things, these people look at you and be like, what the fuck do they got? Why, God? Why did you give it to them? They hate that. Then they hate God. So of course they hate his children. So I want you to take all that with a grain of salt and just keep doing you, but watch your six. It's my job and my pleasure to tell y'all this, black folk. You're moving way too fast. You're moving way too fast. If I wasn't a black man, I would look at y'all in fear, just like the rest of the world. You're moving too fast. It took white people almost 500 years to create billionaires. Jeff Bezos and Marco Rubio's and Bill Gates. It took black people 61 years out of slavery to create Jay-Z's and Oprah's. And even during slavery, you coming up with all these inventions and patents, hair combs and lights and freezers and refrigerators. You're coming up with beds and couches, and you're coming up with all these inventions. You're scaring people. That's some scary shit to see a slave, a person that we said we not even going to teach them our language. They starting and they just creating shit in front of your eyes, building shit. And you like, that's scary. You start whipping them just to find out what he doing. What the fuck are you doing? What are you making? Oh, Master, I'm sorry, sir. I've noticed that the rats be chewing on your feet at night. So his eyes created what this is called a bed. Yeah, you can lie on this instead of the floor and waking up and going to work with dust in your hair all the time. It's some scary shit, black folks. So slow down. Slow down, you're amazing. Slow it down a little bit.
But there are also black people that are saying, I will never support any Asian business again based on their history. I will only support black owned. Y'all, again, I'm sorry, I'm new to Instagram. I guess I have to split my video into 3-minute chunks. So part A is already up. This is part B. Okay, thanks. I have no problem with that. I don't know if people think that that's something that I should be denouncing. No, bitch. The whole point of this is leave black people alone. Let black people have their feelings and let them make their own decisions. We are not entitled to their business. We're not entitled to their money. What are you not getting? Jesus Christ. Oh, bitch, I lied. I got a couple more things, actually. Next, the virtue signaling. Fair. I'm the morality police. I'm just doing this for engagement. That is your opinion. That is your feeling. I can't really argue against your feeling. Feel how you want. Here's the thing. I'm gonna piss off a bunch of my haters when I say this. Last month, I got 2 brand deals. And I got paid for them. One of them was net 30, one of them was net 15. It's 2026, fucker. The thing about me, I'm well aware that I can make videos like this, pop off, they'll get so many views. On Instagram, my first video about this entire subject has like, I don't know, 500,000 views right now. If I wanted to just get a shit ton of followers and engagement on every single video, I would continue talking about these things. I only talk about them when I feel compelled, when I feel like I have something to contribute to the conversation. I'm not just gonna go spit out the same thing everyone else is saying just for what, the views? Now let's acknowledge the fucking privilege in that alone. Do you see me, bitch? Do you hear me? Clearly, so much of who I am, my personality, the music I listen to, the shows I watch, so much of that is influenced by the black community. That is not something I can deny, nor would I want to. I may not be a business owner that takes money from the black community, but I've been influenced plenty. And quite literally, it's not that difficult to give credit where credit is due. When I first started doing this, when I had about 5,000 followers on TikTok, I knew that I didn't want to be one of those creators if I ever got any form of a following. Every 4 years, when the election comes at the very last minute, get out there and give a vague little speech about going to vote and exercising your right, even just flat out saying vote fucking Democrat, and having half of my following be like, I can't believe you would say this, I didn't follow you for this, I never wanted you to be political. Who is calling me? I genuinely believe that if I ever got those comments from people, I have failed. I have failed. Because even though the majority of my content is me dicking around in cities and drinking coffee and going to Erewhon and getting $20 fucking smoothies, 17 of that in a weekend. Now in the last week, I've gotten probably like 7,000 new followers on Instagram. And I'm willing to bet 99% of them think I'm gonna keep making videos only like the 2 that they saw. And the thing is, that's just not exclusively the content I make. I am quite literally a gay brown man that is ADHD as fuck. that hyperfixates on smoothies and fucking coffee. Literally the most trivial fucking shit, but at least y'all know exactly where the fuck I stand. Juice Pod, I'm gonna be honest, this Hailey Bieber dupe, the texture is great. It's very thick. It's the closest dupe in terms of that, but like, there really is no flavor to this. There's like no sweetness or like any distinctive flavor. Did I fuck up? Honestly, y'all know most of the fucking Air One smoothies taste like cold nothing, so close, Juice Pod. If y'all want, this is the closest Philly dupe. Anyways, bye.
Yes, period, what he said.
No worries, thanks. Have a good one.
Hey, LA, y'all let me know, is LA boycotting Asian businesses like I've been seeing throughout the country? Y'all let me know if that's going on in LA, because the Slauson need to be, I ain't even gonna say what I want to say, but that motherfucker should have been had the fire department come and have to do what the fire department do. You feel me? Fuck the Slauson and all Asian businesses. That's good y'all going under. We don't give a fuck about y'all family starving. Y'all don't give a fuck about us. Y'all been killing my people since the 80s and the 90s, and it's still going on in 2026. And all of a sudden, y'all want us to be sorry for y'all? I'm not none of these people on social media that's gonna keep it clean. This is as clean as y'all gonna get. You feel me? Because I definitely want to say way worse. You hear me? And I said what I said, though.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Now, let's talk about it. You see, just by watching this, you can clearly see how serious these people are, how powerful black people are with their money. They have realized that, no, we cannot keep respecting those who don't respect us. So we can see other communities are now regretting messing with black community. You can look at those jokes. I mean, and then came another joke. I like it. One creator, one black person said black people should be included in every karate movie from now on. I mean, a black person inside an Asian movie, not as a side character, but as heroes. They want to be heroes in Asian movies. They should get to beat, the martial arts, the martial Asian arts. Okay, as masters, they want to beat them while nobody gets to hit them back. They're just heroes, the main actors. Nobody hits them back. I mean, by this point, you can clearly see, how many black supporters, you can see that many of them are using humor to just to show how confident, how determined, how serious they feel about, this movement. You can look at the jokes, the sarcasm and the exaggerated demands, the incentives, all are part of the conversation. But now, brothers and sisters, let's go into the main messages black people are trying to deliver in this video. But before we get to that, if you are finding some value in this video, please, can you give it a like? I'll greatly appreciate. Now, message number one. I think that's probably the biggest point which was repeated throughout the video, is that many speakers, many people in the video do not see it as simply refusing to shop somewhere else. They describe it as the economic shift, okay? Economic shift. They believe black consumers should intentionally spend more money with black-owned businesses. Not because anyone is forcing them, but because they believe keeping more dollars within their own communities, within the black communities, can create, more opportunities, like more jobs, and, more long-term wealth. So I think that is the foundation, everything they are talking about. That's the main foundation. Message number two. But of course, another message comes through very strongly. The speakers argue that nobody is entitled to black consumer dollars. Nobody is entitled to that. They ask a simple question. If people are free to spend their money wherever they choose, then why should anyone be upset, should be mad if black consumers decide to support businesses owned by other black people? Why should they be mad? Nobody is entitled to black consumers. Like you were created that your buyers, your customers will be black, and those black people should never buy anywhere else but they are for you. No, nobody is entitled to that. So whether people will agree with that or they don't agree, but they trying to say that that choice belongs to the customer, to this black customer, and nobody else. Nobody should force black people. They have the right. It's their money. By the way, it's not their money alone. It's their hard-earned money. Okay, they struggle to get it. They don't just get it along the road as they are going, somewhere else. They don't just get it, or nobody just freely gives them. They work for it. They have to do business to get it. So if they are struggling to get the money, they're not getting it for free, nobody is giving them as donation. Why shouldn't they make, decisions, strong decisions on who gets that money? And message number 3, now, perhaps I think that's the most noticeable thing in this video, is the confidence, the confidence that black people are having. I mean, listen to the jokes. Listen to the laughter. Listen to the playful mockery black people are having. Many of the speakers sound convinced that the movement has already reached a point where there is no turning back. This is week 5, okay? People thought black people will never reach this far, but look at it. They speak as though the decision has already been made. Look at it. The comment becomes a way of celebrating that belief. Because that was just a comment. They don't mean that when Asians are featuring black people in their movies, then black people start buying. No, that's just a way of trying to celebrate, okay? So, yeah, whether somebody agrees with that approach or you don't agree with the conclusion, whatever it is, but I think the confidence itself, becomes part of the story, and we can't deny it. We can notice that, yeah, black people are serious. Now, message number 4, but the message also goes beyond the jokes themselves. We're not here just to talk about the jokes. You see, in the video, several speakers connect today's movement with historical experiences, okay, a long-standing frustration. Now, they are trying to argue that those experiences continue to influence how many people think about economics, about finances, about community, and about trust, about, respect. Okay, those historical references become part of the explanation in this video for why they believe investing more intentionally within their own black communities is the better path moving forward. Why buying black-owned products, why supporting black entrepreneurs is the way to go in as far as they want to build a huge financial empire. Okay, that's the thing. Message number 5, and that's final message. Nearly every speaker returns to the same conclusion. They encourage black consumers to remain consistent. Okay, to be stable, to be constant in doing this, to keep supporting businesses they believe strengthen their communities. And we're talking of black-owned businesses, to think beyond today's headlines. But their argument is little economic change. Okay, they just want the change of their economy in the community to change. But I think that doesn't have to be in a single week. It happens through consistent choices. It happens to be something that is repeated over months for it to be successful or to be something permanent almost every year. And the children who are being born today in the black community, when they grow up seeing elders buying in black people only, it's going to be, a culture to them. Okay, they'll easily pass it down to other people. So those are some of the biggest messages that were shared in this video. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the points raised in this video? Which message stood out to you the most? Which one? Which joke, by the way, because there are more jokes, which joke also stood out to you the most? Anyway, share your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation respectful. And if this is your first time, coming to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we release a video. And I will see you in the next one.